Today we're talking about liches in D&D, but before we do that, make sure you like and follow. What is a lich in D&D? A lich is a powerful undead creature in D&D that was once a mortal spellcaster who has transformed themselves into a being of immense magical power through dark and forbidden magic. Liches are typically portrayed as skeletal beings, their bodies preserved by the mastery of necromancy, and their souls bound to their phylactery, a magical object that allows them to regenerate their body and reform if destroyed. Becoming a lich is a long and arduous process that requires great knowledge of magic and a willing to sacrifice one's mortal life. Typically, a spellcaster must spend years studying the arcane arts and gathering the rare and powerful components necessary to create a phylactery. Once the phylactery is created, the spellcaster must perform a dark ritual that involves sacrificing their own life force and transforming their soul into the phylactery. If successful, the spellcaster's body will be transformed into a powerful undead creature bound to the phylactery and able to regenerate from any wound. Liches are incredibly powerful spellcaster, able to wield some of the most devastating magic abilities in the game. They typically have access to a wide range of spells, including powerful necromancy, enchantments, and illusion spells. Liches can also drain the life force from living creatures to sustain themselves and use their powerful magic abilities to control the minds of others. Additionally, liches are immune to many forms of damage, including non-magical weapons, and have powerful regenerative abilities that allow them to heal from most wounds. In D&D, liches are often portrayed as powerful beings that seek to dominate the world around them. They are feared by most other intelligent creatures, and their very existence is often seen as a threat to the balance of the world. In some settings, liches are seen as powerful sorcerers who have taken the ultimate step in the pursuit of magical knowledge and power. In others, they are portrayed as evil beings who seek to conquer and destroy all life forces around them. Finding a lich is a dangerous and difficult task requiring a party of skilled adventurers and a solid plan. Some common tactics for defeating a lich include destroying the phylactery, which is often hidden away in a secret location, and using magic and other abilities to disrupt its regeneration and control abilities. Other tactics include using holy water and other powerful magic to weaken the lich's defenses, and employing stealth and deception to avoid detection and gain the advantage. The evolution of liches in D&D has undergone significant changes over various editions of D&D. In early editions, they were depicted as powerful but relatively straightforward creatures with few abilities. As the game evolved, liches became more complex and nuanced, with more emphasis on their personalities, motivations, and a place in the game world. In later editions, liches gained additional powers, such as the ability to manipulate time and space and become more challenging for players to defeat. Liches can be incorporated into a D&D campaign in a variety of ways. They can be used as powerful villains who seek to destroy the player character or gain more power. They can also be used as allies or sources of information, offering their shared knowledge in exchange for the character's existence in achieving their own goal. Liches can also be used as part of a large story arc, with the character facing off against them multiple times over the course of a campaign. One of the most famous liches in D&D lore is Vecna, a powerful wizard who became a lich in order to achieve immortality. Vecna is often depicted as a powerful and dangerous foe and has a major impact on the game's story and world. Other notable liches include Asarak, a powerful sorcerer who created a deadly dungeon. Liches are often compared to other powerful undead creatures in D&D, such as vampires and mummies. While vampires and mummies also have powerful abilities, liches are typically considered to be more dangerous and difficult to defeat. Liches have greater spellcasting abilities than vampires and are not vulnerable to sunlight or holy symbols like vampires are. Mummies, on the other hand, are more physically powerful than liches, but do not have the same level of intelligence or spellcasting abilities. Liches fit into the overall theme of Dungeons & Dragons in a number of ways. They represent the struggle between good and evil. They are also often allied with evil and seek to expand their power and influence at any cost. Liches also embody the search for power and knowledge, as they are often motivated by the desire to gain more knowledge or power through dark magic. Ultimately, liches represent a danger of unchecked ambition and the consequences that come with seeking power at any cost. lost. The struggle between good and evil is one of the central themes in Dungeons & Dragons. Liches in D&D are a fascinating and complex representation of some of the most central themes of the game. They embody the struggle between good and evil, the search for power and knowledge, and the consequences of unchecked ambition. While Liches may be terrifying foes for player characters to face, they also provide a rich opportunity of exploring the deeper themes and motivations that drive the world of Dungeons & Dragons. For more on D&D and mythology, make sure you like and follow. So make sure you sign up for our newsletter at ghostchickenranch.com.